Welcome to the stream.
Yo,
I'm the Wombat of Doom.
I'm Meg Herbie,
The Trollster,
the Trellster.
aka Trillion Spears.
Check out the
Hold on.
background for today.
Nice. How come I'm not in there? I was in the Avengers. Where am I at?
You're the Prevengers, not the Avengers.
Okay.
Easily confused. Easily confused.
Nice, I'm Iron Man. Nice. Oh wait, no. Oh, I see it's duplicated.
So if you look underneath, they've got the reflections of their original costumes.
Yep.
So the original Iron Man suit. Underneath us is Captain America's. So you can't really see that now, but yeah. Here, I'll bump it up real quick. Ta-da! And there's like a little mini soldier. So, yeah, Avengers Endgame. We've finally all seen it. Time to talk about it.
Finally, someone.
Yeah, somebody
Yeah,
was
Wombat.
lagging. There was a buffering period of about 2.5 months.
Forever, Wombat. Good grief.
I mean, Trell had it loading on his dinosaur computer. It's just that's
Yeah,
when
it
it
was
finally
buffering the whole
started
Yeah.
working.
Man, you hear that old Diney? They're making fun of you, dude.
Oh, by the way, I don't think I advertised this at all, so I don't know if anybody's going to show up, but welcome everyone who's here already.
Yo.
Oh yeah, I probably should get in Discord and say something.
But yeah, so today we're going to be talking about Avengers Endgame. We're going to be looking at all kinds of stuff about the film, what we thought, what we didn't like, what we did like, and go from there. We'll probably also talk about like what we expect to see in the future, because we have any say in what Marvel / Disney / Sony does.
We do. We have a lot of clout to really kind of convince them to do certain things.
So.
Whoa, why is my face
Whoa.
small?
We just got a sub.
Big yes.
Yo.
Yeah, what happened? All right, there.
I saw that all our faces went small. I don't know what happened.
You yourself broke the stream, dude.
Yo, Kirby, thanks for the sub, man.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. 7
Anyway.
months.
I know it's kind of crazy. Getting back to Endgame though. Those first 15 minutes though.
Yo, man. Yes. So, for those of you who haven't seen it, just as a warning, there's gonna be major spoils in here. We're gonna talk about the whole movie. So,
and watch out, because Charles on a spoiling spree. You just spoiled Dark Souls 1 and 2 DLC bosses for someone yesterday. So
yeah.
watch out.
No, like they didn't.
You didn't. There was not even a warning, no spoiler, or nothing.
I didn't know Matt like sits there and talks about all this stuff like he just knows it, and I'm like, oh yeah, so Burn Ivory King, and he's like, I haven't played any of that stuff yet, actually.
I can't believe you did that to him.
I'm like, oh, what? I'm like, don't pay attention to any of those names. I mean, you learn those anyways, like super early on. You just walk into the frozen area. I can't remember what it's called. Tundra, frozen.
No, dude, no, you just admit it. You just ruined it for him.
I did.
He's trying to justify it.
I don't even know if he's gonna go back though, to be honest, because he says that he like doesn't play. He plays them early as soon as the game releases, and then he never goes back. So he waited for DS3 so that wouldn't happen. So I should just go ruin the DS3 for him too. Like, oh hey, Gale.
So about that Gale. So how about Gwen's son that got erased from history? What about that guy?
Hey guys, this is talking about people that are erased from history. Let's talk about Endgame.
Yes.
Everything goes back to Dark Souls, man. Everything.
So, basically, Endgame tied into pretty much every movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe up to that point. Like everything was leading up to this conclusion. It's part 2 to Avengers Infinity Wars, which ended on a really big downer. It was Empire Strikes Back style. And this one is Return of the Jedi for sure.
I don't know what any of that
Mad at you
means,
guys.
but nice.
You never wait. Hold on. You've seen Star Wars, right?
I've seen them all, but it's been a long time, and I don't really like Star Wars all that much, so I don't really remember any of it.
All right. If you hadn't seen it, I was about to be like, well, we're canceling this podcast, and Kirby's watching Star Wars.
I have seen it. I have seen it.
Blocked.
Oh my god.
I would agree with that. It felt very much like the defeat and then the comeback kind of
Yeah.
for Star Wars. I was mad at the end of Infinity War, to be honest. I was like, wait, how are you just gonna go black screen?
You
like
were
that?
so mad. I remember the Discord messages.
Okay, because I was late on that one. Too.
Yeah, he was really late. He's like, wait, what the fuck?
Oh man. But
Destro.
yeah, Endgame was pretty
Hey,
solid,
Destro.
man. I was happy with the outcome. It was like a nice send off for some, a nice like introduction of.
And we'll
transition
talk
from-
all about that. All about that.
Yeah.
So, we were talking about the first 15 minutes of the movie.
It was just good. Probably my favorite part of the movie.
Honestly, it was really cool how they embraced like all that. Like at the end of that 15-minute segment, when they're like 5 years later, like
Yeah.
what? Because like you don't expect, like they go and kill Thanos. They go to hunt down Thanos again, and you're like, okay, here we go. Like they're gonna be like chasing him around the universe or some shit, and then like they just kill him, and like the stones are gone. And you're like, what? What are they gonna
it's
do?
immediately
Yeah.
Yeah, he went down like a bitch. I am inevitable.
Oh man, I like that they kind of kept bringing it to that. Okay, so how do we want to do this? We just want to jump into some questions here about.
Yeah, I mean, you've got questions.
Yeah. So, Back to the Future time.
Oh my god.
Let's just jump.
What is this chat? No. This just look at chat.
Hold on, I had to switch over to it.
Anyway, I don't know if you can still see it. If not, I'll send it to you later, Trell. But what were you saying about time travel?
Back to the Future time travel. They pretty much
No. They said that it wasn't anything like Back to the Future.
right. They said it was that all that kind of like knowledge that you have of Back to the Future time travel is just out the window, right?
Yeah.
So they kind of put it into a perspective of like you can go off and you can make different branches of time and stuff like that, and then what I
Different
don't understand-
possibilities.
But then like, so at that very moment that you touch time, it makes 2 different things happen. So the original one still is intact.
Correct.
Is that how it is?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So then I guess the biggest question then is the whole thing with Captain America at the end. That kind of broke their whole logic.
No, I don't think so. So to explain Captain America, he went to that other universe to put back the stones, and then he stayed in that universe to be with her.
Right.
So with that being said, like, he never used his other Pym particle, so he came back after he got really old
Okay.
to their time period.
So he got really old, and then he time traveled back.
Correct.
To
The future, exactly.
Back to the
future.
No, back to the other time period.
That doesn't sound like a good movie. Back to the other time period. Back to the Future sounds like a good movie.
I don't know. It sounds like crap to me. It's confusing. I don't think it'll bring anybody in. Back to the future.
He returns. He returns. So he goes. He has to use that time particle suit to travel, right?
Yes.
So he then lives his whole life. His wife may be dead or something like that, and he's like, "Okay, now I can go back, right?"
Right.
So he like puts his suit back on, time travels forward, brings with him an old man gear, and then he changes in the park somewhere, sits on that bench, and waits for
So
people to notice.
I think he was actually there for a bit.
Right.
I don't think he was there immediately. They just didn't notice him because they were too
Changes to his
busy.
old man gear and waits. Oh, wait,
Yeah,
no,
so
fine.
he watched the whole battle go down as old man soldier, and
He brought some popcorn. He's like, I'm gonna watch my old self beat
yeah,
these guys.
Damn, I was good. That's
and it's
America's
like,
ass.
man, that's America's ass again.
He came back he came back to the a future time zone or whatever you call
No,
it. Just
Bester,
watch
they
it
didn't
back.
converge. He had to travel back because he was in a different reality where Thanos has actually removed himself from that universe. That universe has no Thanos. Have you guys get that, right? Like, think about that for a second. Thanos left his universe and came to our universe,
Yup.
Right.
thus removing him from their timeline completely, and they killed him again. So now we've killed two Thanoses in our timeline, and that one has no Thanos, but they have all the Infinity Stones. So, and also in that timeline, Loki's free.
Yeah.
He doesn't die. In fact, a lot of people don't die. Gamora doesn't die. Scarlett Johansson doesn't die.
But doesn't it still continue on? It just made a new splinter.
Yeah, it's just a new splinter where Thanos doesn't kill everybody.
Okay. So the universe where Thanos kills everybody still exists.
Potentially, yeah. It's one of the 14 billion possibilities that, you know,
Yeah.
what's his face saw.
Which, as long as you're not living in that one, who cares?
Right.
That's the
It's-
trash universe.
So technically, those realities don't exist until you interact with them. It's like Schrodinger's cat. Those realities only exist when you go back and you change something.
Weird.
You know what I mean? So like
Mhm.
you don't like remember she showed the what is it? What's her name? The predecessor for Doctor Strange, the Grand Inquisitor or whatever her name is. When
I
she's
know you're talking about. I don't know
when
what her
she's
name
explaining
is.
it to Hulk, she's like, "You remove the Infinity Stones from this universe, it splinters off into a whole new timeline, and then replacing the stones will restore it back to that flow." But just interacting with that universe at all, like even if they put the stones back at the same place, Thanos removed himself, so it's always going to be a split. They restored everything else but Thanos. And I mean, that's okay. In fact,
Okay.
Gamora isn't even in that timeline. Because she's in our current one.
Right. So I guess that's the question. Do you think that Gamora and Star-Lord are going to actually get together again?
Potentially. But he's going to have to hunt her down first and earn it.
Right, because she disappeared, right? At
Yeah,
the end,
she
wasn't on the
left.
ship.
She booked it. And he's like saying a course to try and find her when they're getting on the ship.
Right. With now fat what's this fat Thor.
Yeah.
Thor.
They're the Asgardians of the galaxy now.
Asgardians. Dude, if they make a movie like that, that'd be good. Asgardians of the Galaxy. I would watch it.
So, Thor 4 is coming out before Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because Guardians was delayed so much from Tim Gunn stuff.
Yep.
Right. But
so-
it's not gonna be with what's his face. It's gonna be with what's her face.
Come again?
What? Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Hold on. Who's the chick that was Jane? What's her name again? She's
Jane?
the new Thor.
Oh,
She's the new Thor.
you're talking about Valkyrie.
No. Jane Foster is the new Thor.
No, Jane Foster's gone. She's
No, it was announced at San Diego Con. Hold on. When is Thor Love and Thunder released in cinemas? Who is blah blah? Natalie Portman, Jane Foster is going to be the role of Lady Thor.
what?
Yeah, this was that. Hold on, let me drop it in chat here. I thought I talked about this in Discord.
Man, I can't keep up with all your channels, dude. The only person who has more channels than you is Bestro.
There, boom. Let me drop that link there. Yeah, she's gonna be the new lady.
Wow.
Which makes me wonder what's gonna happen with the Asgardians of the Galaxy. Like, what's going on there? Is Thor is just retired, or I always kind of wonder what they're gonna do there.
Also, they also announced a whole bunch of other things that are getting released on the Disney Channel, and by the Disney Channel I mean the Disney like streaming site.
Yeah,
Yep.
Disney Plus or whatever it's called. One of those is going to be a Vision Scarlet Witch series. There's going to be a Loki series, and they're all live action, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I thought they were gonna make a like Scarlet or Black Widow or whatever her name was. God,
there's a Black Widow movie coming. That's the next movie.
Yes, but there's also a TV series or something.
I don't know about the TV series, but there's definitely going to be a movie coming up in next year, and
that will be
Black Panther 2.
That will be back. Not like in the sense of the time travel we just talked about, but that will be before the events of everything.
I think so.
Right. Okay. I mean,
Although
it has to be, I guess, unless they're
um,
gonna make like some sort of new way that she survived or something.
I'm curious about the Loki movie though, or the Loki series. I assume that it's going to be like in the new timeline because Loki's dead. Either that or it's going to be before everything, like everything else is.
Wait, say that again. You think he's not dead though? He's lived because he took off with the Tesseract.
They're talking the original timeline.
In the original timeline.
Oh.
Unless he used the Tesseract to follow them back.
Oh. Maybe. Yeah, it would be interesting to see what comes of that. That leads to another question, I guess, with the whole thing with Loki getting the Tesseract and he just disappeared. Like that was just like a little blip, and then no one gave like any acknowledgement of like, oh, let's go get Loki before he was like, no, it just left that hanging out there. So I wonder what's gonna happen with Loki and the Tesseract.
Right.
Ugh.
Yeah, making different timelines is definitely going to make things interesting for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I wonder if they're going to bring in Galactus, which is like a big. He's a big
Is he the guy who
villain.
eats planets and stuff?
Yeah.
That was big in X-Men though, right?
No, it was big in Fantastic Four, Silver
right,
Surfer,
right.
and everything like that.
But they see like, would that prompt them to bring the Fantastic Four into the MCU?
Well,
They tried Fantastic Four twice in
Sony owns Fantastic Four as well.
Oh man, and we know how the talks with Spider-Man are going. So
Sure. Also, the reason they keep doing movies is because Sony will lose the rights if they don't do a movie every certain amount of years.
Right.
It's like
probably in the next 5 years we'll have another FF4.
probably, or it's gonna go to auction.
Jeez. Okay, I guess let's take a moment and look at the Spider-Man stuff. How do you guys think that's going to break down? Do you think that actually they're going to oust Spider-Man from the MCU? I doubt it.
No, absolutely not.
I think there's a potential, knowing the history that Sony has, and how, like, I think it'd be a mistake for sure, but I think it could happen, unfortunately.
Okay.
Just after Far From Home, after 3 movies with them. No, I guess 4 movies.
Have you seen Far From Home, Tro?
Is it even?
I haven't seen Far From Home.
Oh
It
my God.
came out in July.
Go away, leave. You're not allowed in here anymore.
I haven't seen it
trailer
either.
for the first time.
I haven't seen it either. So.
Okay, I won't. It's okay if you haven't seen it. I'm not mad at him for that.
Well,
is it out yet?
listen, Kirby. So like he couldn't watch it until after he saw Endgame anyway. Like even the trailer.
You couldn't even watch the trailer, Kirby. Thank you, Wombat. Wombat's such a nice guy.
You're so bad.
Merciful Wombat.
God. Okay, well,
man.
I won't say anything about it, but yes, it is out.
Have you seen it?
Yes, I've seen it.
I haven't.
Look at you. I don't have any kids.
So here's where I think that there's going to be a problem. First of all,
the kids.
Venom. The way they made Venom, they made it so it would be able to fit into the universe at the time. Like they even had a Stan Lee cameo. They had an end scene after the movie. Like they followed the Marvel Cinematic Universe footprint to a T. Like they followed it. So like that way, like they're like, this is part of the universe, and like fine, Disney doesn't want us as part of the universe. We'll make our own universe.
We'll make our own universe.
And at that point, like they just got more and more like when I saw Venom, I saw it like 2 weeks ago or like last weekend maybe, and I was like, I got a bad feeling about this. And then a week later, sure enough, this happens, and I'm like, Venom happened last year, and like I guess
so. Venom is supposed to. I have never seen Venom. Is Venom in?
Venom was decent, and they wanted it. They made it so they wanted it to be, but like, the only problem with Venom is that like, the guy who's Venom, I forget his name, Eddie Brock.
Yep.
Yeah. He is in San Francisco in this movie. He left New York, and they left like why he left New York really vague. But he reacts to aliens as if they're like completely out of this world, and like he's never seen them before. But New York was invaded by aliens in 2014, so like if he was part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, he'd be like, oh yeah, aliens are a thing now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like that was like the big thing, but
okay.
They had a Stan Lee cameo. They had the end credit scene. They left it arbitrary enough that it could be otherwise, and like maybe he left New York before, maybe he doesn't believe the rumors. I don't know. Like they could technically explain that away, but Marvel basically said, Disney said, we have no interest in having Venom be part of our universe.
Why? Dude, Venom is the coolest.
And
I hear that the whole movie though was tanked. I guess it didn't receive well with.
It didn't receive well with critics. The audience liked it for mostly. However, I do see where people would have beef with Venom's lines. Everything else was pretty cool, but Venom's lines were eh.
Yeah, I also hear the actor he's the guy who played Bane. What was his name?
Yeah, he's good.
I heard he didn't like the movie either.
Hi.
He didn't like certain decisions that they made for the final cut because they wanted to make it part of the Disney Cinematic Universe, so they changed it down from PG-13 or to PG-13 from R. And he says that the final cut of the movie isn't as good as what the original cut was.
Okay.
So that's what happened there. I realize we're not really talking much about Avengers.
It's all Marvel. It's Avengers was maybe the point, but now it's just all.
All Marvel. I mean, like, so what did you guys think of the giant battle scene at the end of Avengers Endgame?
I mean, it was sweet from a battle standpoint. I'm not a huge comic nerd or anything like that. I enjoy watching the action. Everyone put like a lot of hype behind the Avengers Assemble line. I was like, oh, neat. One thing I thought was weird, but like I felt like Thanos was stronger in this movie when he didn't have the Infinity Gauntlet than in Infinity Wars when he did. And I don't know if I fully understood that.
So
yes, that is a huge talking point on the internet.
I agree, but like they were trying to show that Thanos, even before he had the stones, was fucking insane. Like he was
Like,
already
of course he was.
crazy overpowered. That's how he got to the role he was and was able to be lord of everything.
Then he got lazy, and he just seemed weaker in the first one in Infinity War.
How was he weaker? Like where? Like,
I just felt like they had a harder time with him in this one than they did in Infinity War.
I mean, at one point, like, so he
Like,
relied when he was fighting all of them in the on the planet. They weren't trying to hurt him. They were just trying to get the glove, and
Right.
and they knew that at any moment he could just use the stone to get him. So it was not about like hitting him, and so like because of that, they were fighting differently. And he was relying on the stones to counteract them rather than using his sheer force of will. But they also knew that on a one-on-one fight they couldn't do it. So they were doing so. They were already in a weakened spot. You've got a weird-looking cat crawling around behind you.
Yeah, I know, dude. My cat's massive. I'm talking about you.
But props for trying, Rose. I always call her out. I'm sorry.
Where's
Oh, there's the other cat. Aww.
Anyway, okay, I suppose that makes sense.
So yeah,
Let me think about that.
but I get that. Like for example, his freaking weapon could break the shield of Captain America.
Yeah, his dual sword.
So that's crazy.
That was pretty intense.
So that means that it's made out of vibranium too, at least, or maybe even a harder metal. So like, that's crazy. It also goes to show how like powerful Captain Marvel is.
But okay, Scarlet Witch was even better than her.
Scarlet Witch
almost dunked on Thanos until he had to fire his cannons.
Right. So
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch, and that was actually so a lot of stuff in Endgame was like an answer to like a lot of complaints people had about Infinity Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And which is funny because they already had the movie pretty much made at that point when
Yep.
Infinity War came out. And people are like, oh man, like Scarlet Witch is like one of the most powerful Avengers and she just went down like a witch. I mean, yeah. So, basically Marvel was like, guys, just wait for the other shoe to drop. Come on, just trust us. Basically, like.
Okay, I get that. That's good. That's good.
And like Hulk didn't get like to fight at all in the first movie, but like there he was in the second movie, like all like brains and bronze all put together. I did not see that. Like a lot of the stuff like I didn't see coming. I didn't see the time travel coming at all. Like I liked it. It felt like Avengers Greatest Hits. Like they just went back through the ages. Like you know those WoW CDs that they used to put out? Like
Yes. Yes.
It was like that. Like they went to different
Wow, greatest hits.
Right. They went to different eras of the Avengers timeline that we've been through and like we saw them again and interacted with them. It was neat.
I think that was good because it was why not do like a service like that? It's just a fan service at that point, just to like replay that stuff.
It was
and
fun
see
too,
anything.
like and like to see what would happen and interact with characters you thought were gone and like to
After
fix.
10 years in the making, it was a good way to like just wrap up everything, bring it back up again and stuff like that. Like I don't know where they're gonna go from here. It sounds like there might be plans for like a second arc type
Right.
thing.
But like even if they have a second arc, they could finish now and be good. Like
Yeah.
you know, and so like anything after this is just desserts. Like they could fail on their next story or they could succeed. Like I think Spider-Man's like a big part of the storyline, so like it's actually worrisome that he might not be in it. But we'll see.
Yeah, without spoiling, Far From Home does speak to that a good amount. What you just said, Wombat.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
So it's good.
Yeah, so like when they go into the Guardians of the Galaxy intro and like like they're like this is the guy. Yeah. Like he's like singing around singing to himself in the middle of an empty room and they like just walk up and punch him and he gets knocked out. Like it's hilarious. Yeah,
So just from looking at the trailer of Far From Home, I'm super stoked that Mysterio is in it. I think that is awesome.
That's cool.
I wish that they would bring. See, like I kept thinking, like I thought Venom was something completely different. I didn't even know that it was tied to the MCU.
It's
a
not
Sony attempt.
Yeah.
Right. But I would like. Oh, why can't we just get Venom in it? Why can't we? Like he's like the coolest bad guy that's ever been created. He's my favorite, and I'm so pissed that they just can't just do it.
Especially because Venom needs a good movie, like because like the Spider-Man 3 in the Tobey Maguire universe was I mean
bad.
it was not like Venom was kind of cool, but like overall it was not a good movie. Like the other two were great. I liked the Tobey Maguire ones. And I haven't seen the second of the Garfield universe.
Okay.
And Andrew Garfield.
Tobey Maguire is my favorite.
Really, is he?
No, I think it's stupid.
I mean, the Tobey Maguire ones were the ones I with. They were like
Yeah,
that was
same.
like the first X-Men movies were coming out. And this was when like Marvel was just picking up movies for the first time, and it was kind of just cool to see it. Like, and it was all outside the MCU and stuff like that, of course. And then they did like a million reboots and everything, but it was still fun to see Spider-Man, and I enjoyed them. The third was definitely like the Dark Souls 2 of the series. It's pretty lame. But and I just remember back to the old Spider-Man game. I can't remember which one it was, but it was like on PlayStation 2 maybe. But it was like you had Venom and Carnage.
Carnage, yep.
Yeah, and I just want to see that in a movie. That's what all I really could want from Marvel. If you do that for me, Marvel, I'm one satisfied customer.
Yeah, and let's not even talk about X-Men, which is also owned by Sony, right? Or is that Fox?
Yeah, I think no, you might be right. Someone other than Marvel owns the right? And X-Men's not in the cinematic universe, and you have that whole debacle of like Deadpool can't even say mutants. He has to say like I can't remember what he calls them, but and then like to even get two mutants in the movie. I mean, of course, like Deadpool breaks like the fourth wall or whatever, so he's like, oh, this is the only mutants we can afford. It's just like it's just funny that you have that whole like thing carrying on, just to discredit to the fans really. But
I mean with X-Men, like, oh yeah, I don't know if they own Fox now or not, but like X-Men could be rebooted into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But like as it is, like the Days of Future Past stuff started strong. Like that whole like younger X-Men universe was really cool, and then like after Days of Future Past, it started to tank so bad.
Have you seen, what's the new one? Dark Phoenix?
Yeah, I haven't even seen it, but I heard really, really bad things.
Kirby, have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
I saw the Apocalypse one, and it was bad. It was so bad.
Exactly. That's
why I didn't watch.
I heard it wasn't good.
Like I didn't even give it a chance at that point. I'll see it someday.
Yeah.
I'm not in a rush to see it. I guess just
the Logan universe was really cool, and I can't wait for the new movie that they're going to be putting in that one. But like,
are they making a second Logan?
It's not. Well, it's not going to be the second Logan because Logan. Like, have you seen Logan?
Yes, I. That's why I'm asking. I'm like,
all right. Spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen Logan. 5.
Oh wait, that's out.
4.
I'm just kidding.
3, 2, 1. Logan died, so like there can't be a Logan 2.
Right. So how is it like back before the
No, it's it follows his daughter.
Oh, okay. Oh, isn't there a comic that spins off though? Like
yeah. So,
okay, so
it's a sequel to Logan, but like just continuing the universe instead.
That was like, is that the last time he's playing Wolverine?
Unless they bring X-Men into the Marvel universe, yes. He said he would come back for Marvel stuff.
Okay.
Because like he had to be with all these guys, like.
Yeah.
So.
No, that'd be good. Like, it's hard to imagine anyone else's. It's Thor. Anyone else's. Wolverine.
Any of them.
It's I mean, even Falcon as Captain America. What do you guys think of that?
I don't know. I mean, fine. I don't know why you. I guess fine.
It's so now he's Captain Falcon for serious.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah. So why didn't I like that? That's so good. Falcon Punch, man.
Right.
That's so good. I'm okay with the idea. Did that
Yeah.
actually happen in the cinematic, like in the comics? Did that happen?
Captain America hands off. I think one of them is Falcon. Yeah.
Okay.
Like here. So this, you guys know about the Avengers video game that's coming out?
Yes.
Okay,
I've heard
well-
some bits of it.
That's just a screenshot of Black Widow, Captain America, and Iron Man, but they didn't have the like Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, and Scarlett Johansson, so they made their own characters. It just looks so fucking weird. Look at Iron Man
Oh,
back
really?
there.
Hold on. Where's the link? I didn't get the link.
Oh, did I not post it?
It's
No,
in
I
the
did.
it's in the
It's in
stream.
the chat, so everyone could see it. I'm sharing it with everyone.
Oh. Can you drop it in the Discord?
Fine. Fine. There.
Whoa.
Look at them. Look at them.
Who are those people? Oh, so they couldn't get the voice actors?
They couldn't. No, they couldn't get the voice actors, or here you go, Rose. They couldn't get the voice actors or the rights to like the characters, like the actors. So they had to make their own.
Wait, why?
I don't know.
It's
So-
so weird.
It looks dumb.
Is it just a money thing or?
It must be like they didn't want to pay to license out their actual looks, so they had to make their own.
Eventually, Disney's just gonna buy Sony and just be done with this.
That's what I'm waiting. And then they're gonna reboot the entire MCU.
No, they're not gonna reboot it. They're just gonna be like, you know what? All right, Sony, here's a check. We own you now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like Disney owns so much these days. Like,
So much.
I'm surprised like they haven't thrown out a number just to buy back Fantastic Four and Spider-Man.
Okay, the Fantastic Four movies have not been good, in my opinion.
See, I think in the right hands they could be good. Like
I think anything in the right hands could be good, but
it's obvious that they can't take any of the existing Fantastic Four stuff and use it for the universe, especially because Chris Evans is in the original Fantastic Four.
Right.
But like they could definitely bring Fantastic Four in for sure.
There was 2 Fantastic Four with Chris Evans, right?
Yep, 2 movies.
That's
They
right.
did a
so
sequel.
then there's been 3 total because then they had that new one.
The reboot that was awful.
Right. But oh yeah, because I would like to see. I mean, I would like to see a whole thing between like the Thing and Rock or the Hulk. You know.
Yeah.
like a fight, you're saying?
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great.
That'd be
thing
cool.
to see. But like, I think
Hulk's
the-
done though. Hulk's done.
see because Hulk had the same problems. It was a terrible like 2 movies. But the one that they used was the one Norton, right?
They actually didn't use that either.
I thought that was the one that was used.
It's technically they don't count it as part of the universe, even though it is. It is part of the universe, but like since Edward Norton didn't continue it, it's just kind of like a influence rather than like it's a spiritual movie. You know what I mean? Like it was their first
Right.
movie within the universe, so.
See, I feel like the Hulk and Fantastic Four, if they were in Marvel's hands, would do good. But they made those movies like they were making the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. It's like they still were trying to use that formula. And
I really liked
MCU
Hulk,
formula.
actually, to be honest. I really liked it.
Which
You like
one?
what?
I liked the Hulk with Edward Norton.
I didn't think it was bad. It could have been better. I didn't have a huge problem with the. Okay, so comparing the second one to the first one had a lot more action, a lot more like just like grit of Hulk, and the second one I felt like was a little bit pulled back. Like he was sitting there like throwing around tanks in the first one, and you didn't really get that in the second one.
I mean, anything before the Edward Norton Hulk was really corny and like bad, but
I get that. I get that too. I do get that.
but I do like that they kept having Lou Ferrigno come back and cameo, which is cool. Yeah. So anyway, like let's talk about where we are at the end of Avengers, because like we kind of touched on it. Like, there's certain Avengers that are no longer like from the original, like the original six. Thor's still around and he's still making movies.
He's still fat.
Yeah, currently he's still fat, but they sent back his hammer, so the axe is still his weapon. Tony Stark, Iron Man, he's gone. He's being replaced probably by whatchamacallit, Spider-Man, unless Spider-Man gets removed from the universe.
No, isn't he going to be replaced by what's her face?
You talking about Pepper?
Yeah, Pepper.
No, I doubt it. Pepper just put on the suit to fight one last time. She's probably going to be grieving or raising her daughter, and then her daughter might eventually take up the mantle of Iron Man.
What, Rose?
That brings us to Scarlett Johansson or Black Widow. Black Widow is done, obviously.
Yep.
Except for her movie, and she might still like participate in some way, but not in like the cinematic universe. The Cap is done. Captain America's done, but he's passed off his mantle to Captain Falcon.
Yep.
Hulk is definitely done. If he does come in, he'll be like a cameo. He's been like burned on one side of his body. He's just gonna be there for maybe advice in a movie or something like that, but like he won't be.
He's like gonna be like the Beast of the
Right.
MCU universe now.
Right. Although Beast still like is an active member of the community in the X-Men movies usually.
Right.
But they might be like, "Yo, what do we do? Let's just talk to the Hulk real quick," and the Hulk like gives him some doodad. He'll be like,
Just talk to him real quick.
He'll be like Q from 007. And then I don't know about Hawkeye, but he could be done too.
Yeah,
I would almost say that I felt like this movie had a lot of him in it, so I feel like this was kind of
Right.
like they didn't want to make a full-on Hawkeye movie, but I feel like this was it.
Yeah, like he's gonna settle down with his family, and that's gonna be the end of it. Cause like he lost them, and like he did all. They might do like a Hawkeye series where like we show what happened in between like the 15-minute time period at the beginning.
I feel like it'd be comparable to the Green Arrow TV show.
Right.
That's on. Yeah. I feel like that'd be a good candidate for a TV show.
Yeah, and Captain Marvel, I assume, is gonna have like more as well.
Why does Captain Marvel get so much hate?
I don't know. I really like the Captain Marvel movie.
I think she's boring and generic.
Oh, really?
I think the same about Superman, by the way.
Yeah, I hate
What?
Superman.
I think they're incredibly boring and generic heroes.
Like when you're just all powerful like that?
You just fly around. You don't. You have all the generic powers. Boring, and there's nothing interesting about what they do.
Have you
Yeah,
seen the
exactly.
Captain Marvel movie yet, Kirby?
No, I watched the first 30 minutes and I was really bored, so I went to go play video games.
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed it. I actually gave it a chance the whole time, and I liked it.
I liked it.
Hawkeye
It was
will no
good.
doubt still harbor guilt for allowing Nat to sacrifice herself. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it should have been me. Hashtag. Yeah, that was really funny, actually. Like in a sad kind of way when they're fighting over who gets to kill themselves.
Mhm.
Like, obviously, it's going to be the guy with the family who's going to survive. Like, come on, Hawkeye. Like, just because you did stuff doesn't mean you didn't do stuff in the past. Like, come on, man.
Okay, there's another one of my questions actually. So between Gamora and Thanos, that was like a father-daughter relationship love thing. There was no love between Scarlett Johansson and Hawkeye.
They were like, it was like a brother-sister kind of love. They had like a serious past together. Like, it wasn't like a I love you, I'm in love with you. It was like they called her aunt. His kids called her aunt. Like, he was part of they were part of each other's families. And like, since she didn't really have a family, like, he kind of brought her in. You know what I mean? Like, they had a long history together.
Explained in her movie then.
And also, like, for examples, think of this. Like, they really lucked out by sending those two to get the Soul Stone. Because if it was any of the other combinations, nobody would have gotten the Soul Stone. They would have been fucked.
Yeah, that was actually pretty lucky.
Also, when they went back in time and um, Iron Man met his father, and Captain America saw his past future wife.
Yep.
I knew right away then and there that Captain America would go back in time at some point and stay there with her, and that Iron Man was done. Like that was his goodbye to his dad. Like it kind of closed out his whole story. So like, when that happened, I was like, I know what's gonna happen. So, and then it happened. I was like, called it. I called it. Did you guys know that the line that Iron Man says before he snaps was added in after the movie was done?
No, really.
Yeah, so somebody joked around and said that he should have said, "I am Iron Man," when he says, "I am inevitable." And they're like, that's a great idea. And Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. didn't want to do it. They had to convince him to do it. He didn't want to come back and do it. He thought it was too cheesy, but it was perfect. It was so good.
It is cheesy. It's cheesy as hell.
But I loved it. I thought it was great.
I remember thinking this when they said it, but I had beef with the Avengers Assemble line. Like, there's this like massive battlefield, and he's like, Avengers.
No, they added it. Seeing they added it post production. They like went back, got him in makeup, and like they had him do that one line, and that's it. Like,
that's awesome. I'm sure you got made some good money from it. I'd be convinced. But the Avengers Assemble line, like, it was like whispered. How would the whole battlefield hear that?
Yeah,
they wouldn't.
They didn't, but everybody's like, oh, they're moving. I guess we're moving.
Yeah. I'm looking through some like questions that people had. The kid at Tony Stark's funeral.
That was so that was the kid from Iron Man 3 that Tony Stark interacted with. He came back for the funeral.
That's interesting. The clanging after the end credits.
That was Iron Man building his Iron Man suit from the original movie.
Oh, was it? Why'd they put that as the end credits? Because
like. It was kind of like a goodbye to Iron Man type of thing, like closing it out because it all began with Iron Man.
Okay. Why is Captain Marvel such a dud? I feel like that's so unfair.
She's so boring.
I don't.
You mean she?
Did I say he? Yeah, she. Her Superman. Anyone who's like that is the most boring. Sorry, I really hate it, but go ahead.
I enjoy Captain Marvel.
Since she's so powerful, I like what they did where they only had her in for certain things instead of like she's there but not doing much because like
she's trying to do other.
She's doing stuff other places. Yeah.
Yeah, there's other planets in trouble too. I can't just spend all my time here. So I thought that was kind of good. It was like, okay, that makes sense. Otherwise, I mean, like, and then she did good against Thanos, but then it also showed like Scarlet Witch how powerful she is. And are they making a Scarlet Witch movie?
No, a TV show.
Oh, that's the TV show. See, I'd be interested in watching that. I feel like that was really good. What other questions are here? Let me see.
Yeah, she's a superhuman plot device. Yeah, although I really do like her cat. So like the storyline, I stuck around for that. Like she's got a really cool cat. No, seriously, Kirby, she's got a cat and it's cool.
I believe you. Yeah, okay.
If you, that's why I was like, we got to see this movie. There's a cat.
We got to see the cat.
So the one, okay. Steve Rogers becomes like worthy of being.
That's in the comic actually.
Really, it is.
Yeah.
He becomes Thor, basically.
No, he's been worthy. He just hasn't used it till now.
Okay, so he becomes worthy.
Because remember, Thor saw him do it, and he's like, "I knew it."
I knew. Don't get me wrong. I was completely I was blown away by the scene. I thought it was so good. But like he earns that power, and then he's like, "Nah, I'm just gonna retire and spend the next 60 years in the past." And I get it. I mean,
he had to put the hammer back where it belonged to, when he
So
returned.
he did put the hammer back.
Yeah, he put the hammer back and the Infinity Stones. Because remember, he had it in his hand when he left, when he time traveled.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I mean, it's just there was like potential there to like for a Captain Thor movie or something. I guess I'm disappointed in that sense, but it was still good and I enjoyed it.
So like, yeah, like in fact, when he tries to lift the hammer, when they're all trying to lift the hammer in one of the Iron Man movies, like it, or no, in not Iron Man movies, in the Avengers, what is it? The one
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron, yeah.
Yeah.
They're all trying to lift it, and it moves a little bit when Captain America does it, and then he puts it down, and like you can see Thor sweating as he's watching it, like wiggle a little bit. He's like, oh. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's some disconnect with the Infinity Stones. Like at the beginning, like you couldn't really even touch the Infinity Stones without dying. You had to be like of great strength to even handle these, of extraordinary strength to handle these. But then, like in this movie, everyone's kind of just grabbing and feeling these things, right?
So if you notice, like Thanos, like even when he used them all, like at once, he was like he kind of got hulked, like you know how Hulk got really injured, but but neither of them died. But when not Captain America, when Iron Man used it, he died because it like tore through his body and destroyed him basically. Like he got severely burned. So yeah, that's the whole thing there.
Right. So, I'm just kind of like rapid firing questions here. Why a finger snap?
I don't know.
Yeah, I never got that either. Like you think like he would just be like, any way he'd be able to kind of cast this, but like, how did he know that? Does it have to be a finger snap? Does it?
Oh, I know why. Because when you snap your fingers, all of your fingers activate at the same time. Like thumb, all the fingers. So it's probably because of that. Like it's a resonation type of thing where they're all working together at the same time.
I'll take. I mean, I don't know if that's the answer or not, but I'll take that as an answer. That's good enough for me. Yeah, I really need to go see Far From Home now.
But here's the thing, like snapping with a glove, that shouldn't really work. Because the sound of the snap is actually your fingers hitting the palm. It's not that tink. Like I do this, nothing's happening. It has to hit the actual palm for it to make a sound. So.
So what were the new upcoming movies? I know Lady Thor, and what else is there? I'm trying to think of what questions I would have for those ones going into them.
What do you guys think about that the whole universe was basically saved because of a rat?
Because of a rat?
Because of a rat.
Explain. I don't know if I know.
Okay, so the only reason they were able to go back in time in the first place is because of Scott Lang.
Yep.
And he was locked in the quantum realm until a rat crawled across the screen and accidentally pushed a button, and Scott came out.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I also think that Scott would have been poofed as well if he hadn't been in the quantum realm.
A lot of people think that, but it wasn't able to reach him because he was too small or something like that. Or,
yeah, he was in the quantum realm, so he was in a different realm. Yeah,
he was like safe in there.
Yeah, which is interesting. Yeah,
which then adds like a little bit of science to like how this
Infinity
Stone works.
Science, bitch.
It doesn't just find souls and like half it. It's like no, it has souls of this caliber. You must be this high to die to this.
You must be this tall to die here.
Yeah.
Pim particles. That's true. I think you're talking about Pim particles.
Yeah. Oh, Pim particles.
One could argue that he was in a gap between universes. Yeah, exactly. Kind of like between atoms.
Oh
Or-
yeah, of course.
So,
Always between the atoms.
Yeah.
well, he's definitely not between the eaves. So,
Okay.
Okay? So we got Black Widow coming up. We got the Eternals.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. What else was announced? There's Shang-Chi.
oh, the possibilities. Why do you think there's only 6, Bestro?
Only 6 Infinity Stones?
No, so he said there's only 6 universes where the rat doesn't hit that button. I don't get it. I don't
get that. Oh, so there's again. I guess there would be universes. I wonder if they're gonna do more multiverse stuff.
Yeah, but why 6, Bestro?
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Oh, well, I just answered my own question. Sweet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Thor: Love and Thunder. How do you guys feel about Natalie Portman being Thor?
I think it could work. I actually didn't mind Natalie Portman in Thor: Dark World. I actually liked all the Thor movies. I really liked the third one the best, but like it not having Natalie Portman didn't make it worse or better. It's just it was a different story.
Right.
Did you notice that they only reused Natalie Portman stuff from Thor: Dark World for for Avengers Endgame? Like that wasn't actually Natalie Portman acting. That was just like found like footage that they took from Dark World.
Huh. No, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, that's why she didn't have any lines, or if she did, it was a line that was already present.
Interesting.
Sorry, a little kid just came downstairs with his face covered in Nutella. So
Did he spook you?
no, he's just laughing because he's like wearing Nutella all over his face.
Nutella
Nutella goes.
Yeah, Frigga dying was sad.
So then they also have Kirby, Captain Marvel 2. Let's go, and then Black Panther. 2.
Oh my, don't. But,
Black Panther 2 I'm excited about.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one too. That was actually a big changing point because that brought in a lot of technology to the whole world. Like they were able to defend themselves against a lot of things and so that. So not just relying on one man, Tony Stark, to create all these robots for the entire world. So.
It's true.
Good, I like that. I guess where I'd like to see the MCU go is obviously keeping Spider-Man and bringing. I would like to see bringing in the X-Men, but I just don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, we'll see.
And I don't know, like, how can you fit so many heroes into one movie, though? I mean, that was a lot in Endgame. I don't know, like, at that point, if you had all the X-Men in there, it'd just be kind of, like, ridiculous, maybe.
Yeah,
Right.
it's true. Like, they had to build up to something. And, like, I was just surprised more people didn't die, like, in that huge battle. Like, there were so many people in there. Like, how could nobody have really died except for the squishies? Like, it was really, like, that whole huge battle at the end, like, they had long shots and stuff. Like, they usually always just cut quick flashes to different action scenes. Like, this was, like, long, drawn-out scenes. Everybody was there. Like, they even had, like all the women, like tag team together. It was just really sad that Black Widow wasn't there, but, like, it was really cool. Like, I was like, yeah, the whole time. It was great.
It was a huge ride. What are you doing here?
No.
Aw, Sophie. Hey, Kayla. Oh.
It's your new co-star for the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Hey there, Snubble.
Snubble.
I hate you.
She is. She's a little Snubble.
Pikachu.
What?
It's just like Pikachu.
I haven't seen the second Deadpool yet, so.
Oh my god!
It took me
I've finally seen one over Wombat.
It took me a long time to see the first one because of all the stuff in it, so.
Oh man, Oh, do you not like the gore or something, or?
Oh, I'm fine with the gore. It's nudity that I don't care for.
Oh, was there nudity in it?
In the first one, yeah.
I think he shows his butt, maybe, right? I can't remember.
That ass, though. Yeah, no, they definitely do that.
There's definitely more than that.
Oh, I can't remember now. Oh yeah, Deadpool 2 was pretty good. I definitely recommend it if you ever get around to it.
I will at some point. I liked 1. I liked 2 as well. I will like 2 as well, I should say.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and you guys got any other questions then for Endgame?
I mean, I've been answering questions, so anybody got
Yeah,
any
true.
questions for me?
Oh wait, is there another Fantastic Four coming out?
Is there?
Oh right, because the Disney Fox merger, right? So that means that they're gonna
There's
own all those rights.
There's rumors of a new movie coming out soon.
So there could be a possibility then.
It'd be
of
like
another Fantastic
2022
Four.
at least at this point. Like they got to do a lot.
So that I forgot about this Disney Fox merger thing. So that means also
Bestro was talking about a lot earlier in the chat.
So X-Men could be a possibility too then.
Potentially.
Okay. I'm sure like Marvel will have the ability to pace it out and not just have like everybody on scene for like seconds, just being like, "Hi, I'm this, fight," and then it's just like, "Oh, we managed to fit them all in," you know.
Right.
Let's probably make it like a 5-hour movie or something easy.
So I guess final thoughts about Endgame. Do you think it should have ended at Endgame? Do you think that it's good that it's keeping going?
I think keep MCU going. I just don't.
Oh yeah.
I just think that it's time for second arc, and everything that's happened, move on and let's start over. You can start over like again, just the same way like Captain Falcon movie. Just let's start that over again, and maybe you can have like small references or anything, but let's not keep pulling stuff from. Let's do a new storyline, right?
Yep. Sounds good to me.
I think that's how they have to do it. You know, I mean that's how like animes have tons of arcs in them. You know, and that's how they kind of do it. They kind of like continuously start over.
What do you think your favorite movie in the MCU universe was before Endgame?
That's a good question. I would think the general favorite amongst a lot of people was probably Thor Ragnarok. And
Never saw it.
What?
Dude,
Man, you missed a good one. That was really. I probably would say that favorite.
It was it was really good, Kirby. It was very different from the rest
You
of the
would
Thors.
really enjoy that one, man. I'm surprised you didn't look at that one.
I meant to, and I just never did.
That's probably from anytime I ask that question to people, like, what was your favorite MCU movie? The people usually say that one. That one's
So
easily.
Damn, really? Okay.
when I watched it, I was like, this is like Guardians of the Galaxy meets Thor, and then Thor joined the Guardians of the Galaxy. I was like, what?
Yeah. I as Guardians of the Galaxy would probably be my favorite movie if it ever comes to be.
You hated Ragnarok, Bestro?
Oh, see, Buster hated it, so I'm never gonna watch it. Joking.
You hated Civil War too? And you didn't like Infinity Wars. What?
Did you like any of them?
Civil War was awesome. I loved that movie.
Was that the one with Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, that was Captain America Winter Soldier because Civil War was the other Avengers.
Right, it was the fallout of Winter Soldier.
A lot of people also claim Winter Soldier is their favorite one. I've heard Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier was really good. I really liked Black Panther as well.
Man, Black Panther might be my favorite. That one was really good.
So, are you guys familiar with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the TV show?
TV show?
The TV show? I've not watched it, but I know of it.
So, I just as a my sponsor is Disney, so I have to like talk about this.
Right. Okay.
So, basically, if you've watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., there's sometimes episodes where like something happens in between and like the whole storyline changes, and it's because that they incorporate the movies as part of the TV show. So like
Really?
in Civil War, like Hydra is ousted from Shield, and like Agents of Shield, the TV show is incredibly affected by it, and like everything changes. It's so like if you didn't like, I watched them and like I had already seen Civil War, so it was like I watched one episode and the next episode everything's like referencing it. I was like, oh holy shit! Like this episode was before the movie and this episode was after the movie. And if you look at the like release dates, like the movie came out in the middle of Agents of Shield, so it was like it's considered like an episode of the TV series. It's really cool.
That's awesome.
So like
I
so I wouldn't say that all of Agents of Shield is good, but like it's worth it just for that type of stuff. Like
Right. Okay.
and like the Kree are a thing in Agents of Shield. Like it's all on Earth pretty much. So like seeing how like it interacts with the universe is just really neat. And it explains why Agent Coulson is still alive, even though we saw him die in the first Avengers.
Okay, interesting. Because I'm gonna guess time travel. Spectre.
Nope.
Okay, I'm interested. I usually I've been avoiding all those TV shows because I feel like there's a lot of superhero stuff out there, and sometimes it's just white noise at some point. You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
I get that.
Another TV show.
I would say it's not as good as like Jessica Jones, but like it's decent. I stopped watching after I think it's the third season. I'll go back to it someday. But it's been fun, and it's neat to see like how things interact, and they do callbacks to certain things that they don't talk about in the TV or in the movies anymore. So like expands the universe, and that's cool.
Okay. Well, I might have to give that a shot, I guess. I'm still waiting for that Dark Souls TV show to come out.
There, Goblin Slayer is an anime that's similar to Dark Souls, or Berserk is actually what Dark Souls is based off of too. If you want something like that, in all seriousness.
Oh, what is it called?
So there's something called I'll link them. There's something called Berserk, which is what Dark Souls takes a lot of inspiration from. Anime, IMDb. Fine, here we go. So this, and there's something else called Goblin Slayer. I've never watched Berserk. I watched Goblin Slayer, which takes inspiration from Berserk, which Dark Souls is based off of as well. So both of those are actually pretty decent.
Okay. Is there Gargs in it?
I don't know about Berserk, not in Goblin Slayer. Goblin Slayer, it's all goblins, pretty much, except for there's like some trolls and stuff, but it's
Goblins all the way down.
It's got all the way down, all goblins all the time. Yep. But yeah.
Check those out. If you guys could be one superhero, which one would it be?
Let me think about that. That's a good question.
I'd be Captain Marvel.
Oh my god.
So if there wasn't all the like atrocities that happened to him, I would say Captain America, especially because
Right.
like I kind of have like the beard and everything already. So, but like he like got locked in the ice and shit. So no, thank you. I don't know.
Yeah, but you end up going back in time and you go back to your wife anyway, so it's all good.
That's true, but like then I don't get to be a superhero anymore. So
Yeah. Being Iron Man would be pretty cool too. Although he's really not a superhero. He's just a hero or he's just a guy that wears a suit, right?
So same thing with Batman then.
Well, yeah, everyone's always had that beef with Batman. He's just a regular guy that can kill Superman because he has kryptonite on him every single time they go to fight.
Yeah, I've never really been a fan of Batman either.
Really, I actually do like Batman just because it's kind of dark.
That's I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm just picky.
Right. Is it always been like a DC thing to not kill anyone? Like I mean obviously Marvel superheroes don't want to kill people anyways, but they don't make it such a like focus point of like to not kill people, you know. Obviously, they're not trying to go around just mass kill all the bad dudes. They're trying to like, you know, put them in jail or whatever, or the Rift, right? Put them in the Rift.
Yep.
That's a safe place. They'll never bust out of there. But
oh, you mean the Raft?
Oh yeah, the Raft.
Okay, I thought I was trying to think. I'm gonna pretend like I know what he's talking about. Like, oh, I know the Rift. I know the Rift, bro. I thought it was like some interdimensional portal. The Raft.
The Raft.
Okay.
Yeah, that place is super secure. But you know, I just never remember it being such a big like. It wasn't like their creed or something, you know, like
right.
Batman and Superman are always like, no, I can't do it, you know. And they never had to like utter those words in Marvel movies or comics or anything.
I can't do it to him. God damn it.
Because that was like a big thing, like when Superman in the Superman movies, when he killed, I can't remember who he killed, but he killed someone and it was like, oh, Superman killed someone, you know.
Yep.
I think I'm all caught up on the DC movies as well, but I think I just need to see Aquaman. I haven't seen Aquaman. Have you seen that one, Kirby? Or
no,
I haven't seen Aquaman.
Negative 20 interest in Aquaman. I think that's the only hero I like less than. He's less boring, actually. Do I like him less than Marvel and Superman? I'll think about that one. I don't like. It's a really good question, though.
I do want to see what's his name, Jason. Oh God, what's his name?
So Jessica Jones and Luke Cage at least acknowledge the fact that the Avengers first movie happened. Like they talk about it in the shows. So they're technically part of the universe in that way, but that's about it. They don't like affect anything. And Daredevil, I haven't seen any of, so I can't really talk it with.
Daredevil's really good. That was one of the superhero shows that I did watch. That was
Jessica Jones was pretty awesome. I haven't seen Luke Cage either.
I've not seen Luke Cage or Jessica Jones, actually.
I mean, the only thing I'm really interested in DC is Batman. Like, I like Batman. I don't really care.
Flash?
Nah.
Really, I could get into the Flash.
I could get.
Wonder Woman was cool too. I liked the Wonder Woman movie.
Oh, the Wonder Woman movies were good. I did enjoy those.
There's only one Wonder Woman movie, isn't there?
No.
I actually thought there were two as well. I haven't seen either of them, so could be a liar, but
I don't think the second one came out.
Or maybe I'm just thinking of one of the Justice Leagues.
Yeah, probably. And
it's so hard to keep all this straight, man.
Wait, the next one's called Wonder Woman 1984?
Yeah, and it's releasing in 2020.
Yeah, okay.
you don't look amused at all, Kirby.
No.
Look at your face. You look disgusted. You're like, really? That's what it's called? Oh, man.
I had to go back to the stream to look. Yeah, I'm not interested.
You
look so pissed, dude.
At some point, we can talk about like Marvel versus DC. I'm sure that's going to be a topic, but like, and we can talk about it in general rather than the movies, because in the movie section, Marvel definitely wins.
Right.
Just for sheer mass of movies and quality of the Justice League movies was pretty piss poor. So.
Yep.
Yeah. At least the Batman versus Superman one. I didn't see the Justice League movie or Aquaman, which I heard was pretty good, but
Aquaman was?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've heard that it's supposed to be pretty good, but
anyway. Kirby, Charles, did you say who you wanted to be for heroes?
No, I was thinking.
To be honest, like, I feel like Captain Marvel would be the obvious pick because she's the most powerful.
I want to
be Thor.
So Iron Man might be good. Wait, what?
I'd be Thor.
Thor's pretty good too. To be honest, I wouldn't mind just being Spider-Man because I feel like that just.
Oh, Spider-Man! I didn't even think of Spider-Man.
Spider-Man would
Then
be
you're
fun.
the biggest noob.
But
Yeah,
also
but
have
he's
fun.
got all those quips
Yeah.
and all
I
that
would like
tech.
I would like to be Spider-Man from that Spider-Man game I just played. That'd be good.
You want to be homeless for like 5 months and then like,
Wow, big spoils, Kirby.
oh my god.
Jesus.
It's okay.
Big spoils. Dang, man.
Okay. It's all right.
Got him.
Got me on that one.
I'm just gonna no la 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 la.
The biggest spoil. Yup, that's the biggest. Okay. God damn it. He got me.
That was like a huge part of the storyline.
Oh my god.
So guys, if I combined two villains together in Spider-Man, I'd combine Killer Croc and Dr. Ock. Because then it would be
Doc Croc.
Doc Croc, yep.
Nice.
Just think of that, like he'd have like a tail and then 4 arms and then like also a killer bite and like can swim in the water. It would be fucking insane. Anyway, sorry.
That would be pretty good.
All right.
Wait for Spider-Man. It's gonna be so good.
I think we've talked enough about Avengers. So like I really liked it. I thought it was a great conclusion.
Yeah.
So I guess that pretty much ends it for this time, right?
Yeah. I'm good.
My last note would probably just be like, I think we're in good hands with Marvel. They're always going to be delivering something that's entertaining and I think rewarding to their comic fan base. So I'm looking forward to see what they come up with.
I think what helps for us too is none of us are comic experts, so we can't get offended when they choose to do things a certain way. I know some comic experts that are like, it's ruined, it's all ruined, they ruined everything, it's all bad.
What's funny about
It's
that?
open.
My sister and my brother are actually huge comic book fans, and they really do follow it, and they're actually quite entertained by it. They're like they know it's different from the comics. It's its own thing, you know. But they think that it pays the right homage to it, everything, and I don't know. They enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, there's some things and some other things now.
I guess it's all what people consider canon, right?
Yeah. Or like, you know, like I really like Dark Phoenix. I like Phoenix, but like I've never seen a good Phoenix in a movie form, so like the Phoenix story. So
Yeah, I feel like Phoenix is a lot like Captain Marvel. Like when you start to get to the all-powerful thing, you get to the either like you like it or you don't. It becomes
Right.
less of a
Yep.
yeah.
all right, well, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks, 8
Yeah, that was
o'clock-ish a.m. We'll be talking about something new, probably boss battles. That's what we were going to be talking
Yes.
Battles.
We were going to be talking about that this time, but unfortunately, or fortunately, Trell finally saw Avengers, so we decided to jump on that.
Unfortunately, Trell saw it.
Unfortunately, you ruined my boss
You
talk.
you ruined it, Trell. How could you?
God.
We're just gonna deep dive into every single of the 41 bosses in Dark Souls 2. That's what we're gonna do.
Oh no.
Sounds good. So yeah, we'll talk about like boss battle design and like what makes a boss and what makes a good boss versus a bad boss, all kinds of stuff like that. So we'll see you in 2 weeks. If you guys have any bosses you want us to talk about, I'm gonna drop the Discord link.
Pinwheel.
Best boss. How is he even so good at this game?
Bestro, no, I didn't. But we'll talk about that later. My bot's not even working. Ha ha. That's great. Yeah, it's been like a while since I've streamed, so let me get the bot on, and then I'll drop a link. That's why like nobody knew I was streaming. Okay.
It's all right.
I'm pro streamer here.
Pro.
Bum, 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 bum. But yeah, just drop us info on that Discord as to what you want us to talk about, and we will do our best to do that.
Yep,
All right, it should be up, so now we can do that. if I can spell Discord correctly. There we go. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Hope you had a good time. If
was
you were just
fun.
watching us on the VOD, hello to you. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.